Hello. You're the great. No, Grease is good. Is it a good scream or a bad scream? I I only ever listen to the Grease song. I don't ever listen to anything else. It's always just the one. Bad, really? Boo. No fun at all. But that makes sense. The the stupid one at the end of the movie where they don't say any words. Okay, God, I don't remember what year it was, but it was sometime in high school. Either I was in middle school at the time or I was in like early high school, where there was a um like the high school class of whatever was doing um the the musical was Grease that year. And so my sister and I went to go see it, and my mom had been like, yeah, the ending song is like the da 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 whatever song. And so that song played and the lights went up and we were like, oh, okay, it must be over. That was a really weird ending. Except it wasn't the ending, it was the intermission. So we accidentally left halfway through because we had never been. We didn't realize there was intermissions or whatever. Oh, it was so stupid. But the production wasn't that good from what I recall between you and me. Um, But anyway, so it's normally I make a bigger deal out of this. Like I'll wear a stupid fucking outfit or whatever, and I'll normally have the trophy done, but ah, it's not done. I have I think his nose sculpted to the point of completion, but I think that's the only thing that's really done, which is embarrassing. Cuz I finished the one last year and it stands up. I I got aluminum tape to hold the tinfoil together better. Cause it won't like I don't know what duct tape would do in the oven, and I didn't want to like bake it or whatever. So I didn't ever try that. So I have the aluminum tape instead, so I think that'll go okay. And it is really similar to it has like a similar I mean, it's literally foil with some adhesive on it. Shrink. Oh, I guess that's fine. Because it would also be underneath the clay. It's mostly like, sure, I could throw some duct tape in the oven and find out, but it's like also underneath the clay. And I don't know what it would do in combination with the clay, and I don't really want to waste any clay to find out. But the foil tape should be okay. I'm hoping to have the trophy done eventually this year, but I also want to redo all my other ones because as soon as I get all of my shit together, like my ducks in a row, and figure out how to get the trophies done well, I'll just do that over and over and over again and not have any trouble anymore, but I'm still like feeling it out, I guess. He's okay, maybe I'll just, well, it's a little late because I've already started it, but we'll find out, I suppose. Um, doesn't stick in heat. Oh, okay, that won't be an issue because the adhesive will be underneath the clay at that point, so it'll stick together if there's clay on top of it. And it's also foil, so it kind of goes with the form of it. Thank you. I certainly will need it. But yeah, I wanted to finish that so bad, but I have like the rest of my sister's Christmas present to do. I have another Christmas present to finish. I have to apply to school and I have to finish a portfolio for that, and I have to email somebody to do an interview at the end of, like near the end of February. So just 8,000 things going on all at once. And so none of it's getting done cuz I'm lazy. Um, but it will eventually. But anyway, so I added here, I'll lock us in. Hopefully it isn't mean to me. I don't think it will be. But I have my slideshow done. That I have that at least. But I added 2 new sections to it because like normally I'll do like only stream stuff, but I learned how to read this year, so I'm doing my top books and then my top albums, which I kind of did last year, but I did in a tier list form, which I won't be doing this time because no one paid attention. So now you have to listen to me because it's in the slideshow. So suck my balls. So okay, we start with books because I remembered how to read, just like I said. And so I did not. Oh my god, I forgot. I I had been reading Maximum Ride because I was curious about it. I had one of my friends back in like middle school or high school was like, "This is the best book ever. She's so strong female character." And I was like, "Okay, sure." And so, whoa, that's a lot of books. Thank you. I read a lot more than I thought I did. One of them's for school, and then I read the Harry Potter book at gunpoint since it was for your project. So, um, but yeah, so I finished Kingdom Coming, I finished Gunfight, Color and Light, Composition and Narrative, How to Give Up Plastic, Truly Madly Plaid, so funny, Evicted, Why Students Don't Like School, Maximum Ride, and then Maximum Ride 2 I finished, Against All Odds. Thirst, the lesbian vampire book, that disappointed me. The Golden Spruce was for class, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was for somebody else's class, A Timeless Christmas, which was on stream, Show Don't Tell, that was like a book about writing. That kind of spurred me into reading because it took me 30 seconds to read. I was like, oh yeah, I could read. You know? So it was such an easy, quick read, and it also pissed me the fuck off. Started reading Stoner, so boring. Oh what's it about? Like, I downloaded it for you or whatever. It's just about a guy. Man, a lot of the books your classes are requiring from you sound like they're just about guys. But happens to the best of us, I guess. But I didn't finish 4. Like, I put them down and I was like, ugh, yuck. Or at least I probably won't be going back. No more guy book. I'm sorry. Hopefully they give you something real soon. Really crossing fingers for you. But I put down Lines Across America because it was travel book-esque. Unlikable female characters talked about movies that I had never seen because I've never seen a single movie in my life, classically. So, and they were also talking about movies from like the 20s and 30s, like before, like way before New Hollywood, but like there was like a period where there was like a new law where there was like a lot of like censorship of movies. So they weren't, I think this was around the 50s. I don't remember what the book said though. But it was like they weren't allowed to do like sex or violence or anything. So it's probably the 50s-ish. But it was like before New Hollywood, which was like the 70s. Where we got cool again, I think. But yeah, I didn't finish Maximum Ride 3, and then I started a book about Ronald Reagan and then forgot about it. I think physical books are better for me, because Maximum Ride 3 also shared the same fate of me forgetting that I was reading it because it's on my phone and not a physical book that I carry around. And then I didn't finish White Royal Rage in 2024, but I finished it a few days ago. So thank God. So, number 3. So I'm doing my top 3. I did, I think, an honorable mention book, but I stopped doing that because I was too lazy to find clips and I was also working on the slideshow. like a half an hour ago. Don't worry about it. It's none of your business. I think the kid will. Why? Because you'll like. Oh, like you'll forget about books too, in like the same way, or. But. I don't know. $90 is $90. I'd be so pissed the fuck off, even if it is a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? Yeah, hope for gore. No, but I don't know. I feel like if you act, I feel like an e-reader is a little bit different than a phone because like an e-reader can, if you can carry it around like a book, as opposed to like my e-reading stuff, like being an app on my phone. I can just forget about the app on my phone and do other stuff. But anyway, so I read an art book, Color and Light, and I drawn pink now, so it's all thanks to Color and Light. I wrote a bunch of, hold on. In my Toy Story notebook, I wrote a bunch of notes and stuff. Like I scanned the book of all the like, cuz it had a shit ton of um like I don't know, diagrams and shit, and I drew them at first. But then they started doing it in color cuz it's about color. So, yeah. Um one of my favorite tips from the book, not that anybody gives a fuck, but that's okay. Was the texture one. Texture in when you're rendering it, the best way to do it is to render it at its highest in the midtones, like between the shadows and the highlight, because that's where texture is most obvious. Um, because then the light and the shadow is catching it at the same time, so it kind of like enhances the texture. This tip, perfect, great, awesome. Haven't touched it. I don't render texture very often. I really need to, but I need to like get there. Like I just like I'm supposed to focus on texture this month, but I just haven't been drawing. I'm busy with other stuff. There's other ears I'm looking at, not the Nook. Is there something wrong with the Nook? Or like, oh wait, never mind. You said it was expensive. But I could also get an iPad Mini or something that will have more the same functions but more. I guess so, but then that would probably fall prey to like the same like phone problem, you know? Like you could just forget about the books on there. If you wanted to have more functions, I would try like one of those paper things where you can like take notes on it, and that's how you like, you know what I mean? Like there are like paper notepad kind of things that I think are also e-readers. I think that'd be the worst I'd get if I was gonna get anything e-reader adjacent. Oh, lets you annotate? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I love annotating. It's my favorite. No, no one can read the books that I. It's like a Kobo Libra. What the fuck? All right, that's a deep cut. Anyways, my books. Thank you, getting me back on track. So Color and Light was really great. Number 2 is Kingdom Coming. I even if it was kind of dated, like the book I think was updated. Like the version of the book that I read was updated in 2009. Like there was a couple of like notes and stuff that was like when the book was first released in 2008, I think. But it's been a bit since I've read it, but I really like Christian nationalism, like study of like the right wing. Um and so books of that nature interest me. So this was one of the better ones. There's a book in my bookmarks on Twitter connecting like the Christian right with guns, which I think is really interesting because you'd feel like those are like not connected at all, but I don't know. It's really deep in my bookmark, so I'll probably forget about it. But Kingdom Coming was really good, even if it was dated. I thought it was interesting. There was also my favorite part of the book was the gay part, obviously, because there was two guys who went through conversion therapy, started like a conversion therapy or like anti-gay league or like organization or something, and then they stopped doing the organization and then got married. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Favorite part of the book. Loved finding that out. Okay, anyway, my honorable mention was, of course, Timeless Christmas. Love her. I am not immune to slop. And it was also really sweet and cute. I feel like. Now, don't get me wrong. Sex is cool. But the book that I read that was willing to write about it didn't do a very good job at it. Like, I've read hotter things other places. So I feel like A Timeless Christmas kept it like really sweet and innocent in a sense, and I kind of liked it. So, love you Timeless Christmas, and it was Christmas related, so a plus for sure. We should watch the movie. It's a little late now. Love you Timeless Christmas, and of course it had the pizza recipe in the back for some fucking reason. But I think all books should have a stupid recipe in the back. I don't even give a fuck what the book is about. I think it's funny. But anyway, so Timeless Christmas was my honorable mention. And then number one was How to Give Up Plastic. Because I feel like, I guess I picked the books based on like which ones left the greatest impact after I put it down. Because Color and Light, I've been coloring better, you could say. And then Christian nationalism, or Kingdom Coming, definitely like opened a gateway into like further interest into those things. And then How to Give Up Plastic, I've like actually started trying to give up plastic. So I feel like this one kind of gets its like it did its job. And it wasn't like super like we should all kill ourselves and give up or whatever, which isn't helpful by any stretch. It was just like, even it, because it did talk about how like corporations need to change and stuff like that. So it wasn't like you can change the world by yourself on your own. It was like, yeah, companies are doing bad things and they need to like package their, like Coke needs to package their drinks differently, and like fishing places need to stop throwing plastic nets in the goddamn ocean, shit like that. And like face care companies or whatever need to stop putting like microbeads in their like face wash and all this stuff, blah blah blah. um and so it was like realistic about it, but it was like, but you don't have to be really doom and gloom about it. Like, you can make a change. I hate the fucking beads, man. Like, what do they even do? Like, I don't understand. I guess I always thought the plastic beads were like, I didn't know they were plastic until I read the book. I thought they were like a secret third thing. Like, not the face wash, not plastic, nothing. Okay, then we're just, you like wash them off? It's so stupid. I don't get it. Okay, whatever. Like, I can't stop them. But I had ended up talking to my coworker about how I think I like mentioned it like off the cuff, because he is so goddamn hard to talk to. Oh my god. Because I'll be like, he'll come up to me and he'll like ask me how class went, and I'll be like, yeah, it was pretty good, and I'll like start trying to like interact with him like I would anybody and start telling him about like a piece of class or whatever. Like, yeah, the project we're working on is blah blah blah, and like describing the, but instead of him like waiting for me to finish fucking talking, he'll be like, yep, as if he's like rushing me through it, so I get freaked out and I'll shut the fuck up so I don't talk to him very often. I think he's been getting better lately. Like, he'll actively, like, it was like 4:30 the other day, and he was like, how was class? And I was like, class was like 3 hours ago. What are you talking about? It is pretty annoying. But I have like offhandedly mentioned that I was trying to like go plastic free or whatever, or like closer, or like zero waste, that kind of thing. And so we had come back from break. He had come back from his longer break. Don't think I forgot. Hate his ass. But he had been like, yeah, I remember you mentioned that you were doing that, and I was thinking about how much plastic we use when we are like going through our leftovers or whatever. And I was like, oh, I love when people think about the shit that I say. It's great because it happened with my dentist too. And people kind of misunderstand what I mean when I say I'm going plastic free. They assume everything. But it's like, if we have a reusable plastic container, I'm not going to make us throw it away. That's literally worse. If we can use it until it breaks, perfect. Because plastic is in fucking everything, so it's kind of difficult to avoid. But like, single-use plastic is the problem. Packaging for food. Bottles for like Coke or whatever. Not that I have that kind of problem, but like, people, man, I was on Pinterest and there was like a list of things you should have in your house before you move out, or like after you move out or something, and or like things you should always have. And one of them was plastic water bottles. I was like, what the fuck? Why? I just didn't get it. I don't know why people like plastic water bottles, but it drives me up the goddamn wall. Get it from the tap. It's fine. It's not gonna fucking kill you. And if it bothers you, get a filter. Okay? But anyway, so he was talking about how he had noticed how much plastic he was using or whatever. So I was like, I have an impact. Because, like, you know, even if it's only 2 people that are thinking about it's a good place to start. I know, like, they're probably not going to start doing the same shit I'm doing or anything, but thinking about it is nice. And then, but that's still cool. Exactly. So we were talking, shooting the breeze a little bit. It went better than usual. And then he had sent me like 2 articles, neither of which I have touched because I get distracted. But one of them was on, I think Subaru had a factory that was trying to go zero waste, like the car company. Like, they have a zero waste factory. Yeah, really sweet. Because in the book, there was like this one woman who blogged about her like zero waste journey. So she had saved all of the stuff she was throwing away that year. It fit in a fucking mason jar. That's crazy. That is so little. And it was like small, tiny bits and bobs that like just like happened. She just happened to not be able to recycle or reuse. Like the little plastic string like tag, like when your tag is attached to clothes, like the plastic thing that keeps it on there. Shit like that was in the mason jar. So she went a whole year, didn't throw a single fucking thing away except for the stuff that was in that mason jar. Like, that's insane. And so I was mentioning that, and so he was thinking of his articles. So the zero waste factory is really cool. I didn't know that anybody was like trying to do that. And it's nice to hear about companies doing it and not people, like individuals, because companies have a bigger impact. So like, that's great. And then the other one was Patagonia, I believe. They did like an ad almost, where they were like, if you want our, I don't think this was the article he sent me. I'm sorry. Didn't fucking read him. I have projects to do, man. Um, it's crazy, but what about like something smelly? I mean, like, I feel like a lot of the stuff that smells tends to be food, so you can compost that a lot of the time. I was looking up composting because I was trying to figure out how to do it because I've been cooking a lot, so I've been feeling like weird about food waste. So I was looking into composting and like there's a certain way to do it. Like you have to have like a layer of green and a layer of brown, and like brown can be like cardboard, leaves, like paper-esque. And then like green is like, you know, leaves that are alive and shit. Like the brown leaves, I meant like dead leaves. Um, but yeah, so the Patagonia did like an unad or whatever, and they were like, if here's our sweatshirt, if you need it, come buy it, but don't buy it if you don't need it. And so it was like, yeah. And so they like did a little bit about how there's like microfibers in fleece. Like fleece is one of the worst things you can fucking get because it's so like fibrous or whatever. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of the fiber gets drained, like strained in the ocean, so that's all like microplastics or whatever. Since fabric isn't all cotton. Cotton good, polyester bad, basically. Um, so yeah, How to Give Up Plastic was really, really great. Love that book. I think everybody should read it. Like, normally I'm not like that. This is one that I think everybody should. So, that's number one. Okay, now we're going into music. So this will be my second year of all of the stupid albums that I've been doing every week. I divided them all out by month. So I didn't do like a top 3 for music because you can't make me pick that. That's crazy. Let's go music. Oh, I will be so much more annoying about this section. So in January, I, for a hot second there, split it by genre. I stopped doing that very quickly, but January was pop. And so the albums I listened to were Emails I Can't Send Forward, which is like the deluxe. I didn't realize I was listening to the deluxe until it was too late. Because normally I try to listen to the original album before I listen to the deluxe, if I ever bother listening to the deluxe. Typically I don't. Super Ache by Conan Gray. Thank You Next, Ariana Grande. I don't fucking remember what the Troye Sivan album is called. Like, deluxes can definitely be hit or miss. Like sometimes it's like, oh wow, 3 more songs, thanks. Just put those on the fucking album originally next time. What are we doing? Okay, what's the worst of January? Probably the Ariana Grande album. I wasn't super into Dua Lipa either. But I feel like if I re-listened to Future Nostalgia, it would probably be a little bit better. But I was kind of sick at pop halfway through the month. The Troye album was really, really short. Levitating is good. It was a good song, but I think I was sick to death of pop. So ending with her was kind of like, I went overboard on like the amount that I was listening to the same album over and over again. So I got sick of everything very quickly. But yeah, so it's either Ariana Grande or the Dua Lipa album that I didn't, and it's not that they were bad, it's just that I didn't like them as much as the other ones. So February was supposed to be indie. I kind of realized that indie is not a genre, it's more like a, Duolingo, okay, album. What? Anyway, indie's less of a genre and more of like a way the music is produced, but people pretend like it's a genre, so I was under the impression that it had been a genre, and then I tried to find indie albums, and I was like, all of these sound different, what are we doing here? So that was my bad for not thinking a little harder. But it is a genre. Is it? Cause I don't know. I'll take your word for it, but it's, it didn't feel like it when I was looking. Maybe I listened to like the wrong stuff. I dropped the genre thing after February because it was so rough. Like, I just listen to music. So true. I might do the same. But so I listened to Who Really Cares? That's TV Girl. Pink Pantheress. I don't remember what that album's called. I listened to Mitski, Be the Cowboy. And then 2020 by Dejo, however you pronounce it. Predominantly the early 2000s British garage band sound. Early Arctic Monkeys. Sorry, oh, okay. So yeah, I guess I was just like looking in the wrong spot for it, or like, because I swear to God, I was like looking up like top 100 like indie albums or best indie albums or whatever, and nothing was coming up. It was like all coming up different. You know what I mean? So I just quit. I was like, forget it. So best of the month was Who Really Cares by TV Girl. I love TV Girl. Male Manipulator music. It's so good. And then probably worst of the month. Indie isn't really anymore. Okay. That makes sense. Cause that's kind of what I was looking for is like the, I suppose it isn't really a genre to me. Okay. But it was glorious. And I guess I have to take your word for it. Always up for more album suggestions. I'm kind of running out of. I swear to God, I had like 3 more albums on the back burner that I was gonna listen to. I forgot all of them. I didn't write them down anywhere. Well, hold on. I might have. Ooh. I didn't realize you could see. Everything. Oh, I'm so excited for their new album. Don't even look at me. I got a notification on my phone for it. I was like, what the fuck was it? Oh right, I was looking for my albums and if I wrote them down. What about Yeah. Okay, it's not out yet. I do want to listen to the new Viagra Boys album, but it's not. I don't think they've dropped it yet. I don't know when it's supposed to. Let me take a look. Because it was like, dude, like, countdown. Okay, 89 days? I have to kill myself. I can't believe they're making me wait that long. I haven't listened to that yet. But now that I have to wait 89 goddamn days, I'm gonna have to. God. Because that's the first one. I like the album title. That's good. It's kind of a play on how, like, the first album is, like, the name of the band or the name of the person or whatever. Like, I think that's really silly. The album cover is cool, too. Not that anybody can see what I'm talking about, but I like the font. Anyway, goodbye, Spotify. Shut the fuck up. Albums list too. Oh, yeah. I do not have anything. Because I already listened to Decide. That was in July. Yeah, the last time I wrote an album down was July. So, I have nothing. Okay, this might have to be a monitor. That's okay. So February was okay. I 2020 by DJO was good, but it wasn't as good as could be. Pink Pantheress I listened to because there's like this cool website, it's like Music Map or some shit. So you like type in an artist and then it'll give you like the artist's name will sit in the center of the page and then on the outside will be other musicians that sound similar, and then the closer the other musician's name is to the artist you looked up, the name will the what the fuck was I saying? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. My personal favorite albums are the Pocahontas original soundtrack, the Prince of Egypt soundtrack, or Dawn FM. A music connoisseur, so true. I was listening to I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules on the way home. So good. Um there's no way to put it on repeat in my car, so I have to just press the back button over and over again. So good. Should see that. I should watch that movie again. 'Cause in particular, that movie has like a very like interesting like art style. Like the way the hands are drawn in particular is 2D animation is so, like there's like thought put behind it. Once they dropped like Tangled and Frozen and those did well, it was fucking over for any amount of thought. Urgh. But no matter. Cause like, especially since you've started doing your movie challenge thing or whatever, like the backgrounds, even if Oliver and Company wasn't as good as I had hoped, like the backgrounds were painted in a certain way. And so like it was very like it had like an urban art style because it was set in the city, and then like the Fox and the Hound was like very, I don't want to say watercolory because I don't remember how the movie looked, but like that you can like the backgrounds can add to like the style. So like even if the like characters like all have like the Disney look to them, the backgrounds can look different and like have like a style, I guess, that kind of like gives the movie visual depth. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm getting there. I got Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast back to back, and then we get to way too many Disney Channel animated. What? They did animated Disney Channel movies? I love Disney Channel movies. I didn't know they did any animated ones. Now I feel a bit silly. Like what? Name one. Proud Family. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh. So like the TV show um Doug's first movie. I liked Doug. I didn't watch a whole lot of it. Recess, so true. Um I kind of want to watch all of Recess. I remember really really liking it. Um okay. Yeah. No, Fishhooks was so funny. And that's another example of how like backgrounds can like add cool effects, I guess, to animation. Um The Amazing World of Gumball is another good example, like how there's like pictures or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Okay, anyway, March. We are not going through this fast. Which is fine. Um okay, I dropped the themes in March. I did not give a fuck. So I listened to New King by Jason Derulo. He took forever to drop a new album. And it sounds exactly like the way he used to make music. Like, he did not grow at all. Like, normally, as, like, time passes, artists typically change their sound and style, or they'll, like, kinda... Okay, Mumford and Sons was okay. I didn't love it. But Silk Sonic was great. I loved that album, and then Off the Wall was really great as well. A lot of the songs from Off the Wall I'd already listened to, so I'm not comfortable giving that like a higher grade, if that makes sense. Um, since I was already fairly comfortable with a lot of the music. This will happen quite a bit. Well, no, dude, me too. Off the Wall is so good. And then Girlfriend is a lot of fun too. Love that song. Um, but Um, yeah, New King was long and he didn't change his style at all. It's very funny. The whole album is still very reminiscent of like like 2015 at the latest. You know what I mean? And I kind of like that kind of thing where it's like they are pretty strict in how they make music and they like doing it a certain way. I like when there's like evidence of someone doing art because they like doing it and not because they're trying to make money, which is what the script is doing, because that they need to stop releasing music. It sounds like slop these days. Go back, listen to your old stuff, and think about what you've done. Okay, anyway, so March was pretty good. Nothing to write home about, though. April was a little weird. um, the best of the month was Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs by Marty Robbins. Fucking loved that album. Country music just in general gets me pretty bad, and that has a lot of storytelling country in it, which is my favorite kind. Bob Dylan, Blood on Tracks, I think if I went back and re-listened to it, it would be really, really good. Cause I listened to Tangled Up in Blue all the time, and then Lily, Rosemary, and the Jack of Hearts, or whatever like order that song is called. I don't remember. But that song is really good too. But those were the only two that made it to my playlist. So those are the only two that are on my likes. So those play often enough for me to recognize them. And I do like those songs. So if I feel like if I went back and gave it another chance, I'd probably really like the album as a whole. But I was just not in the mood to listen to it at the time. A lot of like that style of music did not fare well, to be honest with you. Like, I was just like, if I had listened to Bob Dylan in 2023, oh my god, it would have been an instant hit. But this, like, 2024, it was just not in the cards. I listened to Saturation 3 by Brockhampton. That album was pretty good. Happy for her. Ella Fitzgerald sings the Cole Porter Songbook. Cool album title, queen. I like that one. I love jazz. And it's got a lot of good stuff on there. It's so fucking long. That album is almost 2 hours. Holy shit. And then, arguably my most very interesting album month, which is good because April from 2023 was slop. It was so bad. I had just come off of March, which was one of my best months of 2023, and then everything fell flat, and I just didn't. I was also, like, working on my capstone project at the time, so I was really stressed in that sense, and I was canceling stream, and I was working at the same time, and nothing was going my way that month. Because it was, like, the final semester of my degree, so I thought I was done with school. Haha. I was so naive back then. But anyway, so Undressed was an interesting album. I had a lot of fun with it, but it sounds like it was made in 2013, which I loved, but it does have that sound. So, thank you, buddy. May. Best of the month was Volcano by Jungle. Jungle's really good. All of their music videos are really cool cuz they're all like dances. Like, another song off that album that was really popular this year was Back on 74, and that had one of the dancing music videos to it. And they have like the same girl and guy main dancers that danced in the Casio music video. I don't know what name that album is, but it's by the same people. And so the guy also did Heavy California, like he was the main dancer for that one as well. But yeah, they have a lot of cool dancing music videos. I think they're neat. The album as a whole was really great as well. I think their album covers are kind of unfortunate because they're lazy and there's nothing there. Exodus. I think if I tried to listen to other reggae albums, I would probably like the genre, but I think that album in particular, there were songs that were way too long and could have, I follow the Twink Dancers from Back on 70. So true. You should. They're fun. I like the Cassia music video a lot. The Cherry, I don't know what album that song is off of either, but it's backwards. Like they filmed it, like they did the dance, and then they reversed the video. But you can't really tell. Like you have to be really, really paying attention to like the way the woman's hair falls, because like their hair is like in a ponytail or something. Um, there's like it's co-ed or whatever, but like if they have longer hair, their hair falls in very weird ways because it's backwards. Very weird. It's a very weird, like, I don't like the choreography very much. It's okay. It's more interesting because it's backwards. I don't like the choreography itself, if that makes sense. Then Bruno Mars is back for 24 Karat Magic. I enjoyed that one as well. Bruno Mars, he's kind of fun. And then Nat King Cole, The Very Thought of You. I was kind of disappointed in The Very Thought of You at first because I had been love you Bruno, so true. Cuz his album Just One of Those Things was I had listened to August of 2023. I can't say last year anymore. Damn. But that album had like a, I don't want to say happier sound because that would be a lie. A lot of the lyrics were sad. The whole album was kind of like a breakup album almost. But it had like a brighter sound to it, you could say. And then The Very Thought of You is the exact opposite, where The Very Thought of You had a very slow, soothing sound, but the lyrics are very like lovey-dovey and happy. Um, I I really, 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 really like The Very Thought of You, the album. I've been chasing that bliss ever since. So The Very Thought of You was kind of disappointing for me, but there are good songs on it. Like Impossible is very sweet. Um, The Very Thought of You is good. $1 Million Baby parentheses in the 5 and 10 cent store is good too. There's that one's very storytelling, and I like that. So I feel like at the time I was disappointed in the album, but listening to it a little more, she's grown on me, which is how a lot of albums go. Okay, June. I forgot about June. So I listened to CeeLo Green, The Lady Killer. Thank you, buddy. Um, The Slow Rush by Tame Impala, H2O by Hall and Oates, and then CeeLo. So true. He has one more album. I think so. This one's his 2011 or 2010 album, and then he had like either like a 1999/2000. I don't remember the year album. And so I was trying to figure out like which. The fact that he's only come out with 2 albums in a decade is like, oh, please come back. He has a lot of music like with other people, so I think that's typically what he does now, if anything. But I loved Lady Killer, so good. Um, and then I listened to K through 12 by Melanie Martinez. Which was, uh, I listened to Crybaby back in like middle school. Classic time to be listening to Melanie Martinez if you really think about it. Um, so I was curious about what she was up to more recently. It she hasn't changed. I won't fucking lie to you. A lot of her lyrics are like embarrassingly blunt in a sense. Like I don't remember what the fuck song. It was like called Orange Juice or some shit. It was like I have bulimia, so I throw up orange juice, and that was like in the song. It's like okay, couldn't have buried the lead a little bit there. Sure, whatever you gotta do. So a lot of her lyrics are like that. So some of it was okay, but the worst for me at the time was H2O. I was not in the mood to listen to H2O. I gritted my teeth through H2O. Sorry, Hall & Oates. I love the album cover. His eyes are so fucking brown. You can't see my cursor, but I don't know which is which. But the guy on the right, crazy brown. But anyway, so the Slow Rush was my favorite. The Lady Killer was a close second. Like, it was tough. Like, I might change it right now to the Lady Killer. Okay, but anyway, that was June. July was the best month of the year. Let's go, July. She was so... Ugh. Hit after hit, except for Dangerous by Michael Jackson. I fucking hated that album. So, obviously, that was the worst of the month. I'm sorry about H2. It's okay. Again, if I listened to it in 2023, would have been great. So true. Love that song. Crybaby is another good one. Wildfire is another good one. Love You, Lady Killer. Okay, but Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. That one was a lot of fun. That one was long, and it didn't, like, a lot of them didn't, like, pique my interest, but a lot of, like, the classic ones by him are off of that album. So I was like, oh yeah, I didn't realize that that was what this song was called. So now just like Stevie Wonder was like on my likes. Like there were songs that I'd liked before, but didn't know what they were called. So now they're just like more relevant, I suppose you could say. Dangerous was not fun for me because it's his 90s stuff. If I'm always saying this, 70s music versus 90s music, I'm going to choose 70s. I'm sorry. If an artist lasts that fucking long, it's the 70s for me. It's simply the truth. And Michael Jackson is no exception. Which is why Off the Wall was so good and Dangerous was so bad. And it's not like every song off of Dangerous was bad, but like I just didn't. And then of course, Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. Loved that album. We were also listening to it while we were watching Bridgerton. So, like, there was so much girl stuff happening for me. Around then. Love girl stuff. Just what I agree. Like, there's, like, his, like, They Don't Really Care About Us, like, that song, that was probably 90s. That was a fun one. I liked that one. But like, like overall, which is funny because I have this CD from him. I think I saw it at like a thrift store and was like, oh my god, it's Michael Jackson. So I got the album, but I had never listened to the album at the time. Sometimes I'll just get CDs because they look fun to listen to, and I'm like, oh okay, yeah, I'll probably like this. Like I have a Seal album. I have listened to one song by Seal. I have a Doobie Brothers CD. I've never in my life listened to the Doobie Brothers. But I have it, so I could. I'm thinking about getting like a boombox or something, like a CD player that can sit in my room, so I can listen to music with my CDs in my room, because I kind of listen, because my car can, like, the way it used to be is my car was so old, she didn't have a Bluetooth connection situation, so I didn't really, I didn't really have the opportunity to listen to anything but CDs. Sure, I could listen to the radio, but it's like, man, I had to put the radio on the other day. I got to listen to 3 songs in my, like, half-hour drive. And it was a long drive because the roads were bad. So it was probably even longer than a half an hour. By, like, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. But let's not think on that too hard, okay? It's not my fault. 3 songs. Then it was, like, ads and some stupid talk show bullshit. It was like, and I'm a huge fan of public radio just because it's like public radio, it's free. I love public things. So on principle, I love public radio. But I don't want to listen to it. I will not be supporting the public radio. But anyway, Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess was really, really good. There was no misses. But I was talking about this album with my friend the other day. It's not, there's potential. You know what I mean? It's not that it's a bad album, but there are elements to the craft, the art form, that I think she could explore. And I'm really excited to see what she does next. Because, like, she probably released a lot of the stuff as singles, so she kind of shoved the music in whatever order. So there wasn't really like a clear thought process to the way it was sequenced. Album sequencing is a bit of a lost art. Very few artists think of it anymore, which I think is super disappointing. But I think if she does think about that kind of thing, which I'm crossing fingers, it'll be really, really great as an album, not just like each individual song. Because each individual song, wonderful work. And then I listened to, I think Decide was next. I don't think I did these in any particular order, like on the slideshow, but Decide was next. I loved that album because it has like I was really into like this psychedelic sound this year. Like Decide 2020 had the psychedelic element to it, and then Slow Rush does as well. So I wanted more of that, so I listened to Decide. Decide was really good. Loved it. No notes. Ironically, the TikTok song, The End of Beginning, that ended up pissing me off later on. Like, it came on too many times because I think Spotify must have been pushing it because it was a TikTok song, so it was, like, popular. So it kept shoving it into my likes, because it made it to my 2024 playlist, which I listened to a lot. Like, it was, like, my alarms to wake up in the morning. Like, I listened to it on the way to, like, work and stuff. So it pushed it a lot. So I started skipping it a lot. So that song in particular, despite it being a good song, it was good. The album was great, but please go away. And then Band of Stone in the New World. Childish Gambino's development has been really interesting. His, from Awaken My Love, I don't remember what year that was released. I'm gonna look, because I was talking about it yesterday. Because I went on, like, a music rant with my friend. Because she's really into music, too. But she, like, goes to concerts and stuff. Hoping that she got to see Chappell Roan before, like, I can't say the city I live in, but it's not like okay, the city I work in. It's not a significantly large city. It's not Chicago large. You know what I mean? But she performed here. And she got to go see that. What the fuck? How are you tuned in like that? So, thank God we are friends. Hopefully she can take me places. What the fuck was I looking up? Awaken My Love. Okay, right. So from Awaken My Love, Childish Gambino started experimenting with his sound, but people really liked Awaken With My Love, so they probably didn't consider it experimentation, but it was, because it had more of like a bluesy sound. I don't know how to describe it, but it was like very, I don't want to say achy, but Awaken My Love. Swear to God, it's like 2018 or some shit. 2016. Okay, I got that very wrong. Blues Funk. Okay, thank you. I'm glad I wasn't wrong. I'm so bad at pinning genre down. Like, oh, Jesus. But like, from Awaken My Love, he started like pulling away from rap and leaning into that element of things. And then, yes, exactly. Trilla. You get it. But then he went to Ada Vista, which wasn't originally called that, and I love talking about it. But Ada Vista was really, like, people did not like that one. That one was more of a, like, people had trouble with that one. And so they started considering that one experimental. And then Band of Stone in the New World is like, it's still experimental, but he's kind of finding his footing in a way in this new style of music. Because I feel like ever since he became a father, he's been a lot more emotive. Because a lot of his music from Awaken My Love, like, he had a song about his son, I think, in the album. And then he talked a lot about, like, the state of the world and, like, the way things are going for, like, kids in, like, a song or two off of Ada Vista in the back half of the album. And then Band of Stone in the World is, like, it's kind of weird. It has like a implicit story like underneath the music because there's speaking parts. So there's a little kid, Bando Stone, I would assume, and then a woman, and it kind of sounds like they're surviving the apocalypse or like adjusting to what you could say is the new world, like Bando Stone in the new world. Um, and so it's kind of, I don't know. It's an interesting album. I really liked it. I definitely need to re-listen to it because it's like I didn't give it enough time because I was really stuck on Decide. Decide was really, really good and lasted kind of a while. Like I kept coming back to it, but Bannister in the New World was really good. Um, okay. I need to run an ad really bad. I accidentally talked too much about July because she was so good. So I will be right back. Or should I? The ad. Wow, I'm such a good mod. Thank you for banning that guy. You were so fast with it. I can't do this. Hold on, 2 seconds. Okay. July was really good. August was super fucking bad. Like, oh my god, it was so bad. Just call me Mod, because that's what I am. So true. You slayed that shit. You killed that fucking guy. Okay, August. Ooh. Between you and me, not my best work. So, two albums I'd already listened to in the past. So they were like re-listens, which I hate doing that, so I don't count them. Except oops, sorry. Man in the Moon 3 I had already listened to, but it still was the best of the month. Embarrassingly. Just because I really like the album. Kid Cudi did a TV show. Like, he wrote an album and then, like, the TV show went alongside the album. I haven't listened to it, but it looks really good and cool, but God, I hate watching things. Please don't make me watch things. Sincere by Khalid was okay. He kind of stepped away from his, like, road trip, sunset, summer sound, and then started, like, breaking up with people, and I was like, oh, come on, man. We're supposed to be, like, his first album, American Teen, was like, I'm fresh from high school, I'm free, I get to do whatever I want, but, like, my parents are still around, like, taking care of me, so I was like, I have no responsibility, this is cool, I'm American, blah, blah, blah. So that one's fun. Definitely, like, from, like, a technical perspective, his least, his worst album. I don't like saying worst because I like the album, but not, like, super good. Then it was Free Spirit. Thank you all. Free Spirit, he's kind of getting his footing in terms of making music. It has that road trip sound. I really like it. He also had an EP, I believe, in between those two, where it was like a 5-song kind of like little blip. Those were good too. I liked that one. Cause he really gets in there. Like, he locks in for, I think it's called, or maybe it isn't. It is. Oh no, it is. It's blank. But anyway, I think it's Sun City. I think. I don't remember, but that's a good one. And then Free Spirit is good as well. Then after that is Scenic Drive, and Scenic Drive also has that, like, road trip thing. I never noticed this before just now, but American Teen, the album cover is set in the day. So is Sun City, but that's an EP, so we won't count that. His second album, Free Spirit, is a sunset, and then Scenic Drive is at night. So that's kind of neat. Unfortunately, Sincere didn't do anything with that or, like, make it like a morning picture because he's sad now. Also, turns out he's gay. I didn't know that just because he didn't, like, there's been, like, not a whole lot of indication in his music that he is. He just does, it's just not something, happy for him. Like, somebody on Twitter was like, he's ashamed of it, blah, blah, blah. So there was, like, a brief, like, scandal, I suppose you could call it, regarding it. He was just like, I wasn't ever hiding it, it's just not any of your business. So he's just like, he's open and, like, proud about it, but not necessarily, like, loud, if you know what I mean. Happy for him though. So then Greeting Committee was a band suggested by my friend. I'm not super into that particular sound. I don't know what to call it. but it grew on me over the course of the week that I listened to it. I'm surprised that it did. So that was a pleasant surprise. It's definitely something I find myself skipping pretty often. I have to be in the right mood. Harry's House was good, but it was a re-listen. Very disappointing. So the Greeting Committee album was probably the worst of the month, but Sincere wasn't my favorite album either. A lot of the songs did not make it to the likes. So I could probably give it another chance, but it doesn't have. Harry's House is such a stupid name. Hey, that's none of my business. He can do whatever he wants. He's got a fuck ass outfit on in the picture too. Like, what are you wearing? Men who break the boundaries of fashion by wearing women's clothes, fine. I'm happy for you, man. Wear whatever you want. Just don't look ugly, okay? You can wear good women's clothes, okay? Why are you wearing it wrong? What are you doing? And a lot, like, that one fuck-ass guy in that dress, he looked horrific, okay? And it wasn't because he was a man in a dress, it was because it was an ugly dress. Or it didn't fit him particularly well. We don't wear those kind of... Put some fishnets on. So true. Where are your 1-inch inseam shorts? Like, what are we doing? Stop wearing stupid gay shit. Wear good gay shit. Come on. There is a difference. Okay. Anyway. So August was not my best month, and I almost considered it the worst month. But it got worse. Girls wear Lululemon, not whatever Harry puts on. That's true. You're right. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I can't think of a single woman who would wear this. It looks like a baby dress. Like, as a shirt. But no matter. We need to move on. Okay, September, I started really crashing and burning around here. I did not have a good back half of the year. Once my boss quit, oh my god, my year was over. It was so bad. But anyway, September, I listened to Loose by Nelly Furtado. Pretty good. Jolene by Dolly Parton, I had trouble with that one. And then Currents by Tame Impala. I also didn't like that one a whole lot, but the standards were low this month. So, worst album, I think, was the Jolene album, unfortunately. Because Jolene is a good song. I like that song. But the rest of the album fell flat. I think I just wasn't in the mood for what she had going on. So I simply wasn't ready for her. Can't say I'm surprised. It was just generally not a good month for me. Start of the semester, like, we were changing the laptop policy. Oh my fucking god, it was awful. Okay, anyway. October. It continues to get worse. October, I listened to How It Ends, which is the Toledo album, and then Songs of Hers, which is by Hers. They both sound almost identical. It does. And it'll be even fucking funnier when we get to November. So these two albums are virtually fucking identical. The only difference is it's by two different bands. But the bands look exactly the same. It's like one kind of fat guy, like, and then one skinny guy. It's the same band twice, I swear to fucking god, and they're making like the same kind of music. So that's probably why I listened to these albums next to each other. I liked both albums. Toledo's actually a really small band. They actually did like an opening act for the Greeting Committee, the earlier shittiest album of the month. And so, yeah, my friend had put me onto them as well, because she had sent me a song from their EP, and I was like, ooh, I'll listen to a Toledo, like a full Toledo album. How It Ends is the only album they had, so I kind of didn't have a whole lot of options. I don't like listening to EPs because they're often too short. So I avoid that typically, but it's not that EPs are bad, it's just that I cannot listen to 30 minutes of music over and over and over again for a week. It's too little. I guess I could split it in half, like I do 2 EPs per week if I care, but I don't, so alas. So best of the month was How It Ends. by default, worst of the month was songs of hers, but it wasn't her fault. It was by default because there's so little. November, I didn't listen to jack shit. So it was obviously the worst month. I was going through some things. I took a break from just about everything to figure my shit out. Um, like, if you recall, there was no stream. I was not listening to anything new. I think the only thing I was doing in full was school. Like, my job isn't real, so that doesn't fucking count. And actually, since somebody else was hired, I think around November or like October maybe. No, it was maybe a little October. We had someone new, so I started doing even less at work because I do not need a coworker. Like, there's so little to do. Having a coworker is fucking stupid. So November, didn't listen to anything. Oops, no albums. December, we bring it back a little bit. But since it's December, I'm listening to Christmas music, so I listened to less than 2023 was the same way. I didn't listen to a whole lot. I did listen to Highway Prayers by Billy Strings. So fucking good. I love that album. She's my one and only. And then Chromacopia was pretty good as well. I didn't listen to that one as hard because it was like really, really close to Christmas at the time I had picked that up finally. Because I think I was late on it by like, I think a month maybe. I tend to avoid listening to albums when everybody else is listening to them. I am classically a contrarian, but and I would say it's not because of that, but it probably is. Yeah, Chromacopia is good. Um, it it's not my favorite from him, but I do like the themes in it. Like, it's very like introspective about his place in his own life among his family. And I think that's interesting. I don't know, there's been like a lot of thoughts on that. Like, Brat had elements of that as well. Very weird that Brat had that going on, but still. I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, family isn't something I've ever really thought like. I've never thought about building a family. I've never like, that's not ever something I've valued because I tend to be work heavy. Like, I just never considered it. So like, hearing music about it is kind of weird for me. I don't want to like pin it on like a cultural thing. It might be like a personal thing. Art is so cool. You can look at it from so many ways. But anyway, so best of the month was Highway Prayers. By default, it was Chromacopia. Does not mean it was bad. Just means I listened to 2 albums. Okay. We did. Whew, we got through those albums, you better fucking believe. So now we look at all the art that I did, and this will not take long. I did not do very much. So first section is my warm-ups and cooldowns. We went through an interesting time because I had like a bunch of plans at first where I was gonna like do certain warm-ups for certain things, and I was like gonna spin a wheel, and I was gonna like test new brushes and like learn new things, and oh boy, that's a lot. I did not do that. I tend to get overzealous about a lot of things, and the warm-ups were no exception. Hi, Ladybug. That one's okay. It looks a little flat to me, but that's just kind of how the reference picture was. Slash, I was only allowing myself to use 3 values, and I don't think I shaded any of it. Like, I didn't really blend. So this was like flat colored. So it looks flat because I fucking flat colored it. What do you know? And then I tried doing color for a minute, so that's why the lilies look weird and the peppers look weird. I don't know what I was trying to make the pepper look red on the blue background, but I was having a lot of trouble doing that. I think what I need to do now is I feel like a good way to go about it is to make a, okay, this is like completely irrelevant to you, but whatever. The good way to go about color and getting it to look, it's like the color theory way to color. So like without using any filters or anything, what you should do is you give yourself a like a color palette. Not necessarily monochromatic, but like I shift it along the wheel. So like if I start with green, I want to shade either closer to green's over here. I'm gonna shade it closer to yellow and make the like you could go either direction, but typically I would make the shadows blue and then the highlights yellow. Like typically the highlights are warmer because the sun is warm, making the shadows look cool. So typically when you're shading, you want the darker colors to be closer to blue and then the lighter colors to be closer to yellow. I learned this in Color and Light, if you recall the book that I read. But anyway, so I feel like the best way to do it is you give yourself that color palette. You shift the colors a little bit, obviously, so you're not like sitting only like it's an analogous color scheme. So the colors are all right next to each other on the color wheel. So you do that, color it that way, but then you could probably play around with it a little bit to make the colors look less like monochromatic and more as if it's a red pepper in a dark blue room. You know what I mean? No one knows what I'm fucking talking about, and that's fine. But I feel like I started to get that on the piece that I'm working on right now. So I might come back to this pepper piece because it pisses me off because it doesn't look right. It's purple. Why? Why? But anyway, oh, these are more warm-ups. I love the sushi one. I did such a good job on the sushi one. The apple one's a lot of fun too. I like doing like studies like that where it's like, thank you. I like doing studies of like different light angles on the same object. Like the face in particular, there is so much going on. Like there's so many. Thank you. I am honored that you would say such a thing. It kind of does. I didn't really think about it, but it does. Like if you added like a little tiny bit of text somewhere, it would look that way. Stop. You flatter me. And then my peanut butter and jelly sandwich too. I think I did like, oops, sorry. I did the shitty one. Okay, no, that's not true. I did objects, but I had 2 sections of objects, but I did the better ones later because I really like the sushi one because I didn't shade any of it. I was using all flat color, and then using the scribbly lines was a lot of fun. I'd like to implement that more in other stuff. I just don't know how I would. Maybe we'll work with that concept on the next piece that we do. I don't know what. Oh, I shouldn't. I have too much fun experimenting, but I'm trying to build a portfolio that looks consistent. So I can start like getting commissions from people, and unfortunately people like consistency. I hate that. I have so many interests and so many things that I like to do, and I want to try new stuff. Fuck, don't make me sit in a box. I hate that so bad. But I like on this page alone, like I'm in so many different spots. Like the apple and the sandwich look adjacent, like they're both painted, but the sushi is like out of left field. Like even on this page, there's like different styles and stuff. God, consistency, my worst nightmare. Okay, and then these are my people ones. So these are all the ones that I did. Okay, so these are the worst ones, or the ones that I didn't like as much. The hair ones are fun. I wish I rendered the faces, but I was trying to do them in 15 minutes, so that makes sense. He reads Russian to me. I don't know where he's actually from, but he looks Russian. I don't know how to describe it. He was fun to draw. I liked the way his hands turned out, but Sand guy was a lot of fun. What can I say? Men. And then the um rock and roll guy. I've had that picture on Pinterest for fucking forever. So the fact that I finally did it was good, but it didn't turn out very good. Like I needed to if the goal was to push it, I feel like I needed to push it a little harder in terms of perspective. I feel like if I made his head kind of small and his feet super big, I feel like it would have been a lot more fun. I might play around with that. Luckily, I still have my I still have that picture somewhere on Pinterest. And then of course, the reanimator guy, Herbert or some shit. What a movie. Um this hand turned out so good. What the fuck? Why was this hand so bad? Whatever. I was trying to mess with color on this one too, and I think it went okay. But it's flat in some spots. I was also trying to do this quickly. I did not. Okay, anyway. These are my favorite people ones. I loved doing positive negative space is one of my favorite things to play with, like all the negative space and how he bleeds into the background, but your brain fills in Eddie Country, yes. And I was doing a little bit of the black and I was doing a little bit of positive negative space with his shirt, but not a whole lot. His head as well. But this was definitely more subtle. And I couldn't really do it in the hair because you couldn't read it. Like you could kind of your brain didn't fill in the gaps as easily with that one in particular. But I did all of them have positive and negative space. It's one of my favorites. I really like messing with it. It's a lot of fun. The dress I kind of left less up to the imagination, mainly because the background made it hard to read. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like adding the shading was okay. I don't know. I feel like if I cut it, if the unzipping part was a little bit higher, like if she wasn't so like almost done unzipping the dress, if it was a little bit higher and I cut it off, I feel like it would have read as a dress a little bit. Like if more fabric was covering her skin, it would have been more readable as like a positive and negative thing. But I think the reference picture I had used wasn't as like it was deep enough. Cause unfortunately, I love drawing sexy stuff. It's awesome. So I wanted to show as much skin as possible. Unfortunately, that kind of did me in, like, from like a art perspective. Damn. I'll get them next time. And then these are all my like landscape ones. I don't know if I have favorites. I do not. So all of the landscape ones I think were fine. Okay, landscape. This is more object-esque, but it has like a room element to it, so I put it in here. This one I feel like should have been put in the object section, but let's not think on it too hard. Truck, yeah, Bella's truck. That one was a lot of fun to do. I really like doing lasso paintings. Those I had a lot of fun with. I experimented a lot. I didn't realize that I did so much experimentation on my warm-ups. I think the warm-ups and like was where I was probably the most successful this past year, because in general I wasn't drawing a whole lot on my own, because I had an art class in the back half of the year. I think that was the only art class I had in 2024, but I don't remember. So yeah, lasso paintings were a lot of fun, like the Prince of Egypt scene that I had picked. I had also tried picking the colors without like color color picking, like with the eyedropper tool on my reference image. I try to generally avoid that to see if I can understand color just looking at the picture, because unfortunately color is so about perception. You can look at a color and it looks orange, but when you pick that color orange and try to put it on your version that you're trying, like, it doesn't look right because you didn't consider that it's blue around the orange, so the orange is gonna look really, really orange. I actually don't remember which direction it goes. I think it's super fucking orange. So, like, it'll be, like, desaturated if it's around something else or something along those lines. I tried to mess with value quite a bit as well. Some of those didn't make it to the slideshow because I was just unfinished with them, or I just didn't finish them. But doing only 3 values was a lot of fun. This one ended up being the staircase one ended up being 5 values, and I did end up shading it. And I feel like it's pretty cool. It's readable-ish, like the doorway. I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but the stairs look great. If I'd put a little more effort into the back room, I feel like it would have been really cool. And then the line ones. Oh, I have 2 color, 2 value, 2 line. Wow. Didn't even mean to. The fan and the plant one, I didn't really. This was like a still life thing that I kind of followed. I didn't love this one. Um, it was hard as hell, and I didn't enjoy it. And then the phone booth one, I love drawing phones. It's one of my favorites. So this one was a lot of fun, and I tried to focus on like implying light through line. I hatched on the fan one, so I implied I gave the sense of depth and light and space through hatching and slash shading, and then I did the same thing. I tried to do depth, but with just line thickness instead, which is very hard to do, but you kind of get it. I think, like on the phone part in particular. So pretty good. Looking at these, I'm like, damn. Okay, I did pretty good. What can I say? And these are all my cooldowns, and I did not experiment for cooldowns. I was like, I'm gonna draw something stupid, and then I did. Like Kung Fu Panda characters. Or Rufus Ruckus from Scooby-Doo, who was fun to draw. Yes, love you, the biggest guy. Rufus Ruckus. By the way. And then, these were fun. Not much to discuss. Okay, but goodbye, cooldowns. Okay, and then the stuff I didn't stream. I didn't do a whole lot on stream. I was like, what did I do again? There's 4 things. I didn't finish the jacket competition. I had gotten really ambitious and then didn't finish it. And the jacket's kind of fucking ugly anyway. Like the way they're producing it, it's getting better. I think they're almost done. Like I think they're gonna be able to get it shipped out to people pretty quick here. I don't love it though. I don't like the way that it turned out. There's a lot of things that I would have done design-wise that they didn't do. Like I would have embroidered all this design stuff, and I don't think they did. It's like printed, and it's I don't like the materials and blah blah blah. I don't know. It's not for me. I want to design clothes so bad. I feel like it'd be a lot of fun. Jackets in particular. Um, I give me the paint program jacket. I can do it. And then of course the single art fight thing we got done. Which looking at it now isn't super terrible. I definitely feel like it does look like moonlight, unfortunately. Like, I wanted it to look like it was underwater. I think there's something else I needed to do here to get it to look that way. And the hands are kind of bad. Let's not think on that too hard. I definitely needed some references there. I get a little overconfident in things that I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. No, no, no. Please look up a reference. Just because you've been told you're really good does not mean that is true. You have been good by comparison. Be honest. Because I've been going to a community college where nobody got accepted in. They just applied and were like, all right, come take some classes. So my competition, so to speak, has not been very good or motivating, I guess. So then the other things, I redid this comic or whatever that I had done in my sketchbook. Just kind of did that randomly one day, and I like traced over it, and it's a 2-panel thing. It's nothing burger. And then of course the Met Gala outfit that we designed this year. I wished we had finished the full spread, but again, I get overzealous and then need to move on because I think I was still working on it by the time June rolled around, and since it was June, I wanted to move on to character stuff. Um, but whatever. Despite the dog shit designs this year, I think our design is pretty cool. We were so creative, but anyway. Oh yeah, and then we got that request from that one guy and this unfinished Nishiki birthday painting, which I like the way his face turned out, so I threw it on here. I also liked that I color picked and it's skewed yellow. I don't normally color in yellow because I don't like yellow. So I like painting in warm color palettes, but typically I skew pink, which is I like pink. Thank you. There's a fish hidden in his hair, which is one of my favorite things to do. Um, his face doesn't look quite right. I think his nose is wrong. And his hair is like almost too brown, but I'm not sure. It matches. Um, but yeah, I had too much fun like painting his ass, and it needs to move. It's not supposed to go there. Um, but yeah, this one was fun. I wish I would finish it, but I probably won't. I'm just being honest. Okay, and then in my sketchbook, I did some stuff. The cigarette one you haven't seen because I haven't posted it yet. But this one was a lot of fun to do. I'm trying to learn ink. It could be argued that I don't need to learn. I just need to do, and it'll be fine. Cuz I feel like I always talk about how I need to like work on like line confidence and stuff. I don't need to. I just need to do things. I drew a perfect fucking circle the other day in pen. I was like, yep, gonna draw the circle. And I did. Like, I don't need practice in ink. But if I do practice, then I get really, really good. So maybe I want to practice in ink. I don't know. What's it to you? But so yeah, I did Girl Kuza, which was a lot of fun for me. I love hiding shapes in characters. Like, I love motifs and shit like that. So the fish hidden in Nishiki's hair. I hid a dragon claw. It's definitely heavily implied. Because the dragon on Kiryu's tattoo holds like the sun or a big pearl or something. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. But that was kind of what I was implying there. It doesn't read that well, but that's okay. And then Tachibana's tie has a batwing in it, and then Oda's collarbone has a batwing in it. I love the collarbone one. So then the oil pastel one is... I like doing the oil pastel one. I want to work in oil pastels more. It's a lot of fun. Because this is kind of the only time I've ever played with color, traditionally. So, I don't know. Normally I don't get too funky with it. But my favorite detail of it is the Band-Aid. Like, he got his ear nicked by the razor. I don't think anybody notices that kind of stuff. Like, I'm always, like, really anal about all my details. So I had stupid, silly little things that I want people to notice, but no one's ever going to because it's so small. You know what I mean? But that's okay. It's mostly for me anyway. So these were my landscape sketchbooks. And then I did portraits, like the orientation, which all of them end up being people, but still. So the Jimmy one, that's charcoal. I loved doing the charcoal. The white flowers on the black background was a lot of fun to do. Like I could have erased it, but I think I didn't have an eraser that was small enough. So I did the white charcoal pencil that I had on top of it. They're supposed to be azaleas because I make this shit up. I don't think they're actually supposed to be any particular flower in the game, but they look like azaleas in front of the girls' dorm and in front of the library in the game. Okay, Abs. Yeah, that's curious. But I think it's based on a photo shoot of somebody else. I don't know who. I think it's some K-pop guy. But this is another positive negative space one. Oops. And this one technically is too, the woman. Um the Jimmy one could arguably be another positive negative space thing. But he doesn't have as many elements of that in it. It's just like the negative space is, it has stuff going on, but it is negative space. Like this is not supposed to be seen. He is supposed to be seen. So, and then I love doing the skin versus clothes, which is what the warm up of the woman unzipping the dress is. And then this one's like shadow versus light, positive negative space. So the shadow is the negative space, the positive space is her skin. I love positive negative space. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Okay, and then, oh my god, we are moving on. Silly streams. Now we get to watch clips. Let me lock the fuck in. So we didn't do a whole lot of interesting things this year, which is fine. It's not my fault. I know I owe everyone the the My Little Pony stream. I'm getting there. We're gonna do it next week. I hope. So then we can start, because I have like a list of all the other treat streams that we can do. So I'll have a next one right after the My Little Pony stream. Once I get prepped for it, I'll probably start another channel point pool. Just because I'll have everything prepped, I'll have us locked in to do the stream. So I'll be for sure giving that to you so I can take your points away officially, and then we'll move on to the next one. So treat streams was this year was the Hunger Games stream, we did the cancel stream, the Twilight stream, and the family friendly stream. And then other streams we did where it was the Met Gala stream, of course. And then we read Snowstorm Slaughter, if you recall that, the birthday pregame, of course. And then we did A Timeless Christmas. I love story time. She won't be going anywhere for a long time. I love reading. It's so fun. So, hey. So the canceled stream comes in at number 3. I don't have an honorable mention for these anymore. Like I was going to, but I didn't feel like it. So canceled stream. Ironically, my favorite part wasn't like actually watching any of them. I liked, we'll rank the talking about that's enough about fonts. I got kind of sick and tired of it. Okay, I'm changing the font. Sorry, I can't do it. I fucking hate Calibri. It sucks shit. We'll change to one of my favorite fonts. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Aha! Shit! I was trying to change it to Spectral. I love Spectral. It's a thin, very... You come on with it, man. I'm sorry. Calabrese. Between you and me, it is certainly prefer when we're on Google Docs. This is a critical difference. When you choose Calibri, It's the default font for Word. Um, and so if you're lazy, you don't change it. You just type in Calibri. And so I had been working at the library, and so I was seeing nothing but Calibri all the time. My old boss was like, yeah, I need you to print new labels for the sides of the books, like where the Dewey Decimal label goes, or like the Library of Congress label. That's the label she wanted me to print, because we were getting books from the other campus, so we needed to add that it was specific to our campus on the label. And so she was like, you can just use Calibri. You bet your fucking ass my ass did not use Calibri. I was like, oh no thank you, I will not be doing that. I ended up making it really overcomplicated, and I tried to copy the font from a different book, but not every label, obviously, like some labels, have different fonts from other books. Like, ugh, it drove me up the wall. I was like, we have to redo the whole thing. Times New Roman is a respectable font. You have to actively choose Times New Roman, and it's crisp. I like serif fonts. They're readable, very important. They are pretty. They feel sophisticated, When you're typing in it, it feels sophisticated. Serif fonts tend to feel a little friendlier, more casual, right? Calibri is so casual. Calibri is like, I don't care about anything. I hate Calibri. I would kill myself before using Calibri. I literally commit suicide. Like, ugh, I hate Calibri. It's disgusting. So I think in this clip, I go on to try and compare Calibri to Arial, which Arial is bad. Like, it's another lazy font. So if I saw it being used, I think I'd get upset. But I see Calibri more, so Arial doesn't bother me as badly. But like, it's the worst fucking font of all time. I mean, look at it. I think I don't even have it. No, wait, here it is. Shit. Sorry, my Google Docs is hot shit. I don't know why it does this. I look at it. Ugh. It's awful. Like, no one knows what I'm talking about. I think it's hysterical. Like, we'll rank the... Okay. Oh, shit. Spoilers. It's pretty ridiculous. We'll rank... Sorry, we gotta go back in a slideshow. I also see it... Like, I blow it up to compare it because you said that it was like Arial, and I was like, no, it's not! What are you talking about? Because it's like the rounded out version. Oh, I hate the fact that Calibri is rounded off. It's fine, I guess. But like, I'm sure it's just one of those fonts that isn't used for anything. It's used really quick to like print something off, like a sign for your business, and you have Word. So you're just like, closed Tuesday, like, put a little more effort into it, please. God, it's awful. So yeah, the fact that I compared them is very funny to me. But anyway, we will. I'm sorry I won't use Calibri anymore. I'm so sorry I leaned into you so hard. Anyway, we'll rank the. Oh, that's enough apology. Shut the fuck up. Okay, then the next one was the. I love wearing a stupid ass outfit. It's my favorite activity. Because for the Twilight stream, which was almost number 3, but then I was like, hee hee, I love fonts, and I wanted to talk about fonts. Oh. But for the Twilight stream, I like cut the V-neck, but the V-neck was in both the front and the back. Fucking hysterical. And then I covered my face in sparkles and I was trying to make vampire fangs, but I couldn't. I have vampire fangs now, so if we ever need any vampire stuff in the future, I'm set and ready to go. You bet your ass. I wish I could. I might, cause the bottom ones, cause I got a werewolf set, right? The bottom ones snap in really well. The top ones, they feel a little loose. It's not super bad. I think it's because I like, if you bite down, it like knocks them forward. But yeah. Anyway, family friendly stream. My favorite part, I clipped it and it's highlighted. Nope, please. Do not do that. Do not. What is going on? Why are you having so much trouble? Be honest with me, brother. Be honest with me, brother. Be honest with me, brother. Okay, good. Good. Stop doing that. Stop. You're gay. You're gay. You're literally gay. Okay. Okay. I hear ya. You love men. You love men. I see that. Okay. Like, I was so stressed. I was saying literally whatever. It was so scary, though. We were so far in this game. After this, like, after we got... you love men. Like, there are no men in sight. Because I think I was referring to the ball, like the rock, and not the man. I'm pretty sure it was the rock that I was referring to. There are no other male rocks in the vicinity. So what the fuck was I talking about? But anyway, the family friendly stream was a lot of fun. Cuphead was so fucking hard, but I still find myself wanting to come back to play it just because I'm insane and I also hate myself. Oh my god, the swear jar. Forgot I did that. I'm so goddamn funny. But anyway, even like I bought it, so it's kind of like, okay, maybe I should play. And it's a cool game, but I am just not. Whew, I am not built for this shit, man. Like, nope. Oops. Move on. Okay. Oh yeah. Number 1. Snowstorm Slaughter reading. Oh my god. A masterpiece. You know what I mean? She's perfect. No notes. I forget what part I clipped. Wow. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. You don't think it's Davis, do you? I whisper to Petey as we walk down. It's Jimmy's point of view, by the way. Who cares? Suspian. Maybe I read the chapter titles from now on if they're gonna be as good as Suspian. True, and I don't think I continued that, but I think. Oh shit. Piss. Oh my god, that's so funny. Anyway, why? He frowns, holding out his hands up. The greaser just pushed past her. Yeah, him. She shrieked because he tracked dirt on the floor. But that's really funny. Love her. But Petey and oh yeah, I think I clipped the pinky part because they fucking kill everybody. Oh yeah, okay, I'll let this ride. And holding a pipe in his hand. What amused me the most was that the other preps still wore their clothes, looking nervous about my I hope they're still wearing their clothes, but whatever. About my presence, while for some strange reason, Ivan and Gordon both wore traditional French maid outfits. This part of it is so weird. Why did they add that? Thank you? Like, what are... the number 1 book of the year? So true. But it's unfinished. So it can't be. Why? I was like, I pressed play. Why isn't it playing? It's because I was paused for so long. I'm at a loss for fucking words. What do you What do you mean? Thank you for the cringe. Go ahead and throw another one on there because there's two guys wearing a traditional maid outfit. I ate with that one. I was so right there. Like, why did you write this in? Oh yeah, like I chewed. Thank you. I'm not. Took a sip. So true. A justifiable sip, I think. Thank you for another cringe. With the skirts being incredibly short and barely covering their asses. I sniffed the air. I'm so funny for that. What the fuck? Okay, anyway, sorry. But not detecting any drugs, so I decided to ask the most sensible question in this moment. Darby, what the fuck is going on? And gestured at the only non-click guys in the room. Darby chuckled while Biff glanced away, obviously uncomfortable with the. This entire scene was so funny because you could tell they hated the preps. And they, like, died. Like, what? I can't believe they killed Pinky this way also. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She's just a girl. How could you? You know? What the fuck is wrong with you? What's your issue, man? Truly. God. Ugh. Okay, anyway, we'll move on. Because I was not looking for clips super hard. Some of them I looked, but not a whole lot. Okay. Top games. We did so few games. I didn't play fucking anything this year, which is funny because I felt more productive, but because like in 2023, that was Toontown year. So I played 6 months of Toontown. So I felt like I didn't finish any games because of Toontown for 6 months. This year, I played Yakuza 0 for 6 months. How many months was it actually? We started in what? April? Maybe March. I'll say April. April, May, June, July. Okay. It was only 3 months. But okay, damn, then I have no excuse. 3 months is not that long. Oh, right, and then I fell off the face of the earth. For all of fall. And half of winter. Got it. Forgot. My bad. But we finished Kirby's Epic Yarn because I wanted to like do a completionist run of that one because I didn't finish it the first time. Yakuza 0. Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore because I wanted to finish that one as well. Disco Elysium and the Kirby and the Forgotten Land. We didn't finish Kiwami. We didn't finish Epic Mickey Rebrush, and we didn't finish Inside, but we finished 2 of those now. So technically those are 2025 games. Keep that in mind. And then Kiwami will be as well. And then I never count the replayable games. Like those don't ever make it into the top 3 lineup, you know what I mean? Because you can replay them every year. I'm not gonna add those. You know what I mean? But we did Words on stream a lot, which was fun. I think a couple times. Dress to Impress killed my computer. Bully. We play that every Dress to Impress, so true. I wish we played it more on stream, and I probably still could. But we're reading a book now. So, it also didn't run very well. Animal Crossing was my worst fucking nightmare. And then I think a Stardew Valley update came out this past year. So I was like, wow. We have to play it. Because I was like trying to get all the new stuff. Because there's like new stuff to get. So, number 3. Evermore. There wasn't a whole lot of games to choose from, to be fair. But I love Slop. What can I say? No, that's okay. We can look at all of our pictures that we've gathered over the. Have you ever seen it? Have you Trilla? Have you played Dress to Impress? Keep hearing. Really? We played it so much, Grace and I. Like, oh my god, so much. It was like, so yeah, it's just like a dress up game. It's like, it's fun. I like it. They're adding like story elements to it now. Like they had a Christmas update, and they had a Santa, but Santa was fucking ugly because he was skinny. Why would you make Santa skinny? You're disgusting. What are you doing? What are we doing here? He's supposed to be fat and hairy. What's your problem, man? So the fact that he was like a twink, he didn't even have a beard. Not really. It was like the soul patch and the tiny mustache. Ugh, who is this man? This is not Santa. But anyway, it's a fun game. Maybe we'll play. We'll see. Course of the game. Right now. Okay, what the fuck? Why is Waltz's on the table? I was so. Ew! Ew! How come everyone else gets a stand and his just is on a table? That makes me so mad. Whatever. Here. Ugh. This. I spent like an extra 10-15 minutes after finishing the game bitching and moaning about how bad the art was. Like, this is what this section is. Like, that's why I clipped this. Because I was so angry about the art. And, like, this was the one that I paid for. Oh my god, no wonder I was so mad. I forgot I paid for this game. It was like $11. The $11 problem. Oh my god, I was gonna write about it. Why? I don't know. I just like writing about things. So like, yeah, I paid for this. Oh my god, no wonder I'm so mad. I totally forgot and that's why I wanted to finish the damn game. And that's why it's number 3, is because I had to pay $11 for it. What the fuck? And it was like almost worse. Like there was like, hold on. Oh, it's so bad. Ah. Ugh. Oh, and my god, and he's wearing a glove. But like a real glove and not one of his gay ones. Which I can't, oh, kinda show you the gay glove. Why does her arm look like that? Hold on. Because they're bad at drawing. I can't skip forward because it'll skip through. But this one, this particular CG made me so angry. I think I sat there and complained it for like 10 minutes after I had landed on it or whatever. Because I was like, oh no. Because the way that it appeared on in the game was, not only did it have him cut off at such a weird point, like he's not interacting with her, he's just like leaning on her awkwardly. There was the text box down here as well. So it looked like she was holding his decapitated head. And so I was really pissed off at like the composition of it, because he's being sad and pathetic, and I love that in a man. So like, why did you ruin it by composing it so poorly? I paid $11 for this. For this shitty ass CG. But yeah, and not only do I complain about that, but I sit there and complain about how the moon is ugly. There's a little extra dot on this bird thing. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is, but the fact that these were all so poorly made as well really, really made me mad. I paid for that. Oh my god. That's disgusting. I can't believe I paid for that. You want to know what I should have gotten instead? I should have gotten the digital art book for the first game. Not that the art was much better, but at least the stories were compelling. Not good, but they were compelling. Like there was actual like stuff going on. There was actual conflict. In Evermore, nothing was going on. Oh, I can't believe I paid $11 for that. No, that's okay. That's terrible. Okay. Number 2, Disco Elysium. The clip that I picked spoils a pretty significant part of the game. So like if you don't want to see it, don't watch. Okay. But oh my god, this part of the game was fucking crazy.
Your skin is crawling suddenly.
Oh my god. Happy 9/5, everybody. What's going on? What's happening? What the fuck? It's real? The insulin advancement?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds.
That's crazy! What is going?
To then just
Thank you for having it $5. Hi. Hi, how are you? What's going on? Hope you're good.
eyes like arms in ghostly silence.
Thank you for having it as well.
What are you talking about?
The old man looks at the reeds, then at you. The giant stick insect!
There's nothing there.
He looks confused.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster, but you don't have a gun.
There is, I see it!
Tell me what you see, damn it.
Kim,
I
can
can't
you
wait,
see?
I can see it.
Wow! I was so excited I was skipping through dialogue. Like, the game as a whole, like, I am not particularly introspective, I suppose, on like a grander scale. I tend to focus on small details and things of that nature, you know what I mean? So like when things get big and like philosophical, I'm like, I'm busy. And so this game had like that tendency to it, but oh my god, it was so worth seeing it through to the end, because the other part of the game where like everybody fucking dies, like that shit was crazy. That was another really good part of the game where everything got really intense. Like it sucked that everybody fucking died. Like I think I was upset, but like I don't know, the game makes you care, and like you, not to sound like too dorky about it, but like my god, you experience the full scope of human emotion playing this game. Like grief, despair, regret. Like I felt guilty. What month was I playing this? I don't remember. Yeah, I really don't. Hold on. August. So, summer. Well, it was probably like July, August-ish. So,
Your skin is
god, that part of the game was so crazy good. Beautiful. Okay, I have to run an ad. Right before our last game. Okay, I was trying to think where I was. Makes sense. Oh, so did you not catch any of this? I'm sorry to hear. Or, like, you should play it yourself. Because, like, it's a beautiful game. Visually, it's very... Oh, you did? Okay. Beautiful. Because, oh my god, it was so good. Because, okay, yeah, I do remember you there now that we're talking. Ew. Ew. That's a shame. For sure. Okay, but we know what's coming next. Like, between you and me, we know exactly which game is number one. But I have to run an ad, so I will be right back. Everybody sit tight during the ad. Okay, I'm back now. So, the moment we've all been waiting for, the big reveal. Okay. Game of the Year 2024 is, of course, Yakuza 0. I played that game for 3 goddamn months. I'm sorry. There was no way it was ever going to be anything else. I loved Pocket Circuit. I loved Men. It was awesome. So, in honor of, I'm going to make everybody watch the gayest scenes of the game. Starting with, of course, my favorite one. You'll have to excuse the shit ass chatter. But I would show you my trophy design, but I left it at work. So there's there's not anything to show, really. But anyway, excuse the shitty ass chatter. They ruin it so bad. Luckily, it didn't change anything. Kiryu! Nishiki! Quick, get in. We're boned if anyone sees you. We're boned, owner. But just get in. Oh, his ass is gonna kill me or something. Should have switched to creative mode. You're absolutely fucked. For also, sorry, I was on comment. Ah, no problem. Hope it was a good call. Keep your head down and stay low. Got a snack. I don't know. I hoped I'd run into you if I shouted a Wano. Ooh, really? I got lucky. Nishiki, hopefully excited to hear later. Get involved and you'll be a target too. Shut up. This is the last time I can help you out. They've got every inch of the city covered. Right now, we've got to get you out of Kamurocho. Where are we going? Out of Tokyo, for starters. Won't keep you safe, but it'll buy us some time. Are we shitty cutscening? You can't be serious. Is he asleep right now? This game has me sweating constantly. Mario Kart! I wish. Where are we? We're here, Kiryu. There's only so much I can take. Is he gonna kill us? Oh my god, he's gonna become evil. I hope not. Please, please, pretty please. Nishiki. Deeply ironic that I was hoping he wouldn't be evil. I just kind of kept driving. You worry too much. He's my wife. He's my fucking gay lover wife. If he's evil, I'm gonna kill myself. Or never mind. Want one? Thanks. Oh my god. Fanfiction writers are crazy. That cigarette box was on screen for maybe 1 second. And people clock Nishiki's cigarette brands as Cabin 85s. What why were you paying attention to that? Be honest. Oh my god. I was still bogarting it. He looked good there. They should have cigarette kissed. And I stand by that. Keep it. I will ask for it back again. That's so. I can tell their relationship. What? Gay? Be sure to savor it. Oh my god, he's gonna fucking kill us. Brother. Oh my god, he's gonna go. No! No! The tip of the gun, and I freak the fuck out. This is the worst day ever. I'm gonna kill myself. So ironic that it shortly after it became the best day ever. I was so. Oh my god. That's your last smoke. Make it count. What are you doing? Isn't this going a little far for a prank? Prediction was wrong. Come on, bro. Fuck that guy. Put that thing away. Hate that chatter. Just stop. I killed him later. It's too late. This is the only way. For what? How did it come to this, man? Can't you just... When did everything get so fucked? Are these the family's orders, Nishiki? They've got nothing to do with it. Kiryu. You know what the fuck they do to guys who fuck with the family? Now kiss! So true. Doshima's crew are the experts when it comes to making examples. Oh my god. They know exactly how bad you can torture a guy before he goes. And they make damn sure it lasts. They keep like Majima in the hole. Make it hurt as bad, as long as possible. Make you watch while they dissect you. I am not immune to adding words that aren't there when I'm reading out loud. I did it just then, like not just now, but like I forgot to say it. Then when they've broken the last little part of you, the bodies of these guys they find, you can't even tell they're human anymore. Sips on how to steal, they're gonna eat it. So true. I can't let them do it, Kiryu. I'm fucking emotional. Like, that's crazy. Every single fucking year, I take clips from games I've played, from games I remember playing, and I react the exact same way now that I do in fucking clip. It's funny because when I'm watching VODs to like find clips and stuff, I will say, like in my head, say the thing I'm about to say. I haven't changed. Let's just say that. Okay, sorry. Ooh, almost clicked A. I'm your sworn brother. I'm not watching you die like that. Oh, he's mercy killing us. That's interesting. Or trying to. I don't think he'll do it, but... or trying to. That's what it means to cross the Dojima family, Kiryu. Oh my god. Once they're after you, you can never be free. His voice actor went crazy on that one. What the fuck? Yakuza. You know that. At this point, I'm through as a Yakuza 2. And Kazama-san with us. But at least I can keep you from dying in pain. That's a quick deal. I can end it so true, dude. That's all I can do. Oh my god. Dude, we are I'm sorry, bro. It's my fault you're being put through this. Dude, this is so
俺の
gay. What the fuck is going on? No. They should make out, actually. You're so wrong. They should make out.
They could fist fight a little.
Like, this is such a make out moment. Brother, I've
I
got one
agree, though.
request. They
頼みが
They had to throw in the brother shit to make it a little less gay.
俺をここで
After
弾
you
いた
plug me,
俺の首を手柄に
bring
し
my head back to them. Use it to fight your way
て
to
い
the
つか
top of the
組で
clan.
てっぺん取ってくれ
Oh
So
my
true.
God.
Kiss, kiss,
Yes.
kiss,
Promise
kiss.
頼んだぜ
It's up to you now. Oh my god. What the? He can't do it. He can't.
なんだよ
What the hell?
こっちみんな
Don't look at me. Don't look at me, Kiryu,
じゃね
please.
えよキリュウ頼むから
情けねえこと言うん
Man
じゃ
the
ね
fuck up and do it.
えそんなんじゃてっぺん
You
取れ
can't get to
ねえ
the
ぞ
top by
If
crying.
Yakuza Boz, why is so crybaby shape? So true.
Oh my god. I fucking forgot. He actually takes the shot. Crazy. What the fuck? No, he's so crybaby shaped. It's so funny because there's a stage play for Yakuza. Hysterical, by the way. Like, what the fuck? Why? But anyway, there's this really funny clip of like Nishiki's like actor. Like, really. he's like weeping like pathetically on like a bar stool in the stage play. It's like so funny. Like you can't take it seriously how hard he's crying.
What どうした
What's the problem?
しっかり
Aim
狙えよ
carefully.
まだ死
I'm
んで
not
ねえぞ
dead yet. I was going insane. Like my brain chemistry
my
was changing
God.
here. Can't do it. How could I shoot you? I need a minute. Oh my god. That's It was my Discord status for months. I fucking forgot about that. It was.
I'm
And the
lightheaded. I'm lightheaded.
oops. I was surprised I changed it, honestly. Like
Some water.
what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Do they need a third? Do you think they need a third? What the fuck was I saying there?
Without you, I'll always be nothing.
一緒じゃなきゃダメだ
Like, oh,
国道として
can't
Like,
make it
ugh,
as
fuck the
Yakuza.
chatter. Like,
No.
I'm so pissed off.
俺なんか今
I
まで
wouldn't
生きて
even
これたの
still
も
be
おめえが
alive
今まで
now
い
if
た
I
から
didn't.
That's my desktop background. It may not be my status anymore, but by God, it's my desktop
Have
background.
you beside me.
ほら
I'm just. If you're not with me, I'm useless. Nothing means anything.
俺だって
Me too.
Are we
Weird way to propose. But okay. Oh my, I'm gonna have a heart
同
attack.
じさ
We're the same. This is.
You can't say it like that. You can't. It was like Yakuza 0 giving me the ability to to pause cutscenes was their first fucking mistake. He should not have let me. I love to pause and I love to say things. It's bad. I feel empty. Mind your damn business. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Oh my god.
お互い
That means we're both
ま
still
だ
just
ガキだっ
kids.
てことだ
I should play Yakuza to understand. This is my first Yakuza game. I don't know what's going on. All I know is they're gay as hell. Basically married.
That's all you
This
need
was
to
the
know.
This was the craziest scene of all time.
basically married. They say
They
till
caught up
death
in
do us
something way
part
over
later
our
on in the
heads.
fucking
Making
game.
trouble
You're
for
crazy.
Kazakhstan,
それで
thinking we can die and
死
make it
ん
all
で片
better.
付けちまおうなんてよ。極道がどうとか
Forget
言う
about
前に
whatever I
結
had.
局俺は
Whether I had what it took to be a Yakuza. I wasn't even a man
ガキ
yet.
でしかね
俺だって
Look at me, talking all
人
cool
思い
about
に死
ending
な
it
せて
for
や
you
るなんて
quick.
言い切ったくせにマジで
I'm so fucking pathetic.
ダセえよ
だよ
Seriously.
な。でも
But we can't stay kids
い
forever.
つまでもガキじゃいられね
キリ
Kiryu,
やっぱり二人
you
で
and
何
me,
とかして
together we
え。
could.
錦
Nishiki.
今日ここで会った
The fact that he was
全部
just
忘れ
about
る
to suggest
I'll
they
forget
run
all of
away
this too.
together.
俺も忘れ
Oh
る。
my god, they're breaking up? They're divorcing?
It's kind of gay.
俺は行くぜ。
I've gotta go.
どうする
Where? What are you
つも
gonna...
りなんだ
カムロ町に戻る
Back to Kamurocho. You're crazy for that.
俺にはまだ
There's still work I need to do there.
やらなきゃならねえことがあるんだ。
ダメだって
You
キリ
can't, Kiryu.
おめ
They'll kill you for sure.
本当に殺されちまうよ
God, what a scene, you
Yeah.
know?
お前にも
Wow.
This is the life you just gave me.
これでど
I forgot he
The
said that.
life you just gave me? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, dude. Anyway,
こまで
I'm
や
gonna
る
see
ん
for
だ。
myself how far I can take
こ
it.
の目で確かめてやる。
キリ
Kiryu,
錦
Nishiki, let me do what I have to do.
けじめつけさせてくれ。お前とはこれまで
You
だ
and I end here. From this moment
今
on.
日限り
Are you serious?
兄弟の縁
We are
を
no
切らせ
longer
てもらう
sworn brothers.
Like the fucking love confession, then
Kiryu.
directly after breakup was fucking
I
crazy.
don't want you having anything to do with me.
お前は二度と俺に関わるな。
Hey, his car.
I still had the mental capacity to be like, wait a second. Because I still think about that. Like, how's he gonna get home? You fucking asshole. Just taking his car and shit? Nishiki, why'd you leave the
Was
keys
that
in
a
there, by the way?
like, was that like a love confession and then divorce? Like direct.
Dude, I loved that whole section. And my god, I loved making everybody watch it again. Alright. Then, the reunion scene, obviously.
Oh. Hello. Okay, found it. Somehow.
God, I hated Little Asia. It was
Get
so
us the
hard to
fuck outta
navigate.
here,
What the
man.
fuck? Dude, it was so crazy.
Thank God. It's too small in there.
キリ
Kiryu. Oh, hey guys.
I suspected nothing. Like, I didn't know
The
what was
Dojima
about to
family.
happen here.
You had us looking for you. The men upstairs decided they're tired of dealing with your crap. Kill on sight, they said. Ah, shit. Can I have a little something to eat first?
Damn. Yeah,
Seriously,
he needed something to
How
eat.
long do you plan to take on taking to die already? Couple decades.
Dude, Kiryu was so
Tell
old. It was
me,
way
how's
longer
it
than a couple
feel, eh?
decades.
You let Tachibana talk you into picking a fight with Dojima. Then the rug got pulled out from under you. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Though he's probably 6 feet under by this point too, ain't that right?
なあそうだろ錦山
Nishiki.
錦
Nishiki.
Slay. What's up, babe?
Hi, Nishiki.
もうてめえの味方はどこに
You've
も
got
い
no
ねえ
friends left. Let's just put an end to it, eh,
これ
Kiryu?
にしようや
Stop. We're still friends, right? Nishiki, we're still friends,
Kiryu.
right? Kiryu.
立花は
Kuze is torturing Tachibana
久世の
right
兄貴
now.
が拷問
It's
した
only a matter of time till he gives
も
them
う
the empty
殻の
lot.
一粒が堂島組の手に落ちるのは時間の問題だ
Oh my god, hi. Hi.
それ
I
で
didn't
も
expect you
ま
to
だ
see so soon.
望
Do
み
you
は
still
あん
think
の
there's any hope?
立花は今
Where's
どこだ
Tachibana now?
俺ら下っ端
They're
には
not
知ら
telling
さ
us
れてない
rank and file, guys. Even if I
もし
did know, I
知ってて
couldn't
も
tell you.
教えられね
This is where things get really fun. Nishiki, you'd never, right? Fantastic. We'll be the witnesses. How about you two slug it out till one of you drops dead?
なんだと
What the hell? I did not read that line right. We'll even let you take the credit, Nishikiyama. You can climb to the top of your brother's dead body. My wife? Not my wife. I tell you, Yakuza are some of the dumbest sons of bitches I've ever seen.
バカばっかだ
Huh? You
Slay.
talking about me, smartass? How about you explain what the fuck you mean
I
by that?
fucking love that animation. The fucking like that dip.
腹の一つ
The
は
It's one of the better
Ipilon's
ones.
going to be Dojima soon enough. Once it is, that's the end for Kazama-san.
風間のおやっさんもしまいだ俺がそんな
And
の
you
を
think
黙
I'm
って
going
見
to
て
sit
ると
back and
思
watch
う
that
か
happen? No matter whose ass, I've got to
相手
kick to
が
stop
誰
it.
だろうとな
I'm so happy.
Love him.
違うか
Am I right, Kiryu?
桐生
So true. Get naked right now.
お前
Oh my god, real
自
cutscene.
分が何
You
し
realize
So
what you're doing?
true. This game was so yellow and Kiwami is so green.
I told you before, if you'll
今
side
俺に
with
手
me,
を貸せ
you...
ばお前はうるせえ
Shut up!
俺は
As for me,
おめえが
I'm not
いねえ
interested in
登場界
climbing
で
the
のし上が
ranks
って
of
も
the
意味はね
Atojo
えんだ
clan without you in it.
おめえがい
To
くら
say
言った
what,
とこ
so
で
say whatever the hell you want.
俺との縁
You and
は
I are
切
still
らさ
oath
せ
brothers.
I like how it's
He said,
heavily implied that if Kiryu hadn't wanted to join, they probably wouldn't, like, Nishiki probably wouldn't be in the Yakuza. Kiryu was the one who really, really wanted to join. Nishiki and Kazama didn't get along, so Nishiki was following Kiryu, not Kazama. So the fact that this happened probably sucked shit for Nishiki.
we're not getting a divorce! Fuck you! Okay, okay. Focus.
Oops, I accidentally skipped it. That was my bad.
Oh,
We'll get to the good shit. Spoilers, no.
you and I are still oath brothers.
Okay, there we go.
He said, we're not getting a divorce! Fuck you! Okay. Focus.
錦
Nishiki,
覚悟しろよ
you best be ready.
俺は一
I'm
生
sticking with you
おめえに
till
つ
death
きま
do
と
us part.
Like, what the fuck are we doing?
You can't just say that to me. That's marriage.
Like, what? What the fuck? Like,
That's what you say in marriage.
what were the writers doing here? Like, where
Did
am
they
I?
translate this right? I'm just curious.
A valid question, I think.
Is this how it's supposed to sound? There's no fucking shot that they're being for real right now. You can't just say that to me. New life-changing scene? Maybe. Till death do us. Yeah! Wow! Let's fucking go!
It was not
So
life
glad I
changing.
didn't play Pocket Racer all night. Wow!
って
Okay. We ride. We move on to the next one. The next one was also really, really good.
Okay, I just had to be better at the game. There's just one thing I learned from Kuze. Is it to get up again? A Yakuza who can hold on hasn't lost
You're
yet.
very
Really?
unhinged. I typically try to do 3 for the top game. And so this is my 3. They were all Nishiki clips. So I'm just making everybody watch my favorite parts of the game again. I was off my fucking rocker. This game was crazy. Like, what do you mean till death do us part? Huh? He said that? Don't, what are we doing? That's insane.
You, Kazama, and that girl. I'll kill you all.
I mean, they were crazy in the moment, but like looking back, it's still
Like I
crazy.
killed
Like, it
Tachibana.
hasn't gotten any better. That was a stinging blow. I like how we both have pinstripe suits, except his is black and ours is white, so it parallels.
The reverb on that scream was hysterical, by the way. Oh my god, I wasn't sane while playing this. What the fuck? Okay, I was thinking about that. Why did Oda make it to the list of people who were upset about dying? Like, I was upset about Oda dying, but there are not many fans of Oda out there. So the fact that Kiryu considered him a buddy, it's hysterical to me. He's getting a little vengeful. Are we gonna kill him? Why was I so excited? What do you think? Is that all? You've got no choice now. Oh shit, he cares for that! Because I spent at least 8 hours doing that alone. Like, you are not out of bounds for only remembering the circuit racing that I had done. Because this is the last Yakuza 0 stream. For like the 3 streams prior, I just did Pocket Circuit because I was trying to beat it. And I still didn't, by the way. Do it. Kill me, Kiryu. Follow in Shintaro Kazama's footsteps. You look... and become a true Yakuza. You can't, Kiryu! The fact that I had to lock in and read the dialogue was crazy. Are you serious right now? Dude, I'm such a fucking doofus. Like, I'm going to have a heart attack. Okay. If I have fun, I'm hysterical. Like, the Insulindian Phasmid part also, I was like, what the fuck? Like, if cool enough stuff happens during games, I get psyched. But unfortunately, if, like, boss battles are too hard, I get really pissed off. So if something cool happens, but then a boss battle happens, I'm quick to change. Like, Like, I was really pissed off right before this part, but I was trying to push through. The final cutscene of this game, by the way, is 42 fucking minutes. You know how crazy that is? That's way too long. Oh, shit, you motherfucker. I'm going to have a heart attack. Okay. Nishiki? You can't cross that line. You cross it once and you can never go back. Do you want to make out like right now? Do you want to make out like right now? Do you, What does killing this guy get you? A lot or nothing. I cannot believe he stops. Oh, you're... Don't go getting ahead of me. Like, what the fuck? Brother? Ew. Hold out. I was right. Someday, if the time ever comes where you have to cross that line, then I'll cross it with you. That's the guy. He said, if you have to kill a man, I will also kill a man. So we're equal. Are you gay or something? Are you gay or something? Are you? Oh, what the? Okay, and then Nishiki. There's technically another scene after this, but I don't like the scene. Because they go, like, to Serena together. I don't like that scene. The rest of the game disappointed me so bad. Like, the fight through the boat was really fun. The final cutscene made me so mad. 42 minutes of slop, if you ask me. But still game of the year. She still shines through. It's 2025 now, though. And this year is mine! I'm going to do so many things. I'm going to learn new things. I'm going to read so many books. And hopefully lock the fuck in for music, because it's not starting super great there. But it's only January. I have a few more days of January anyway. So, my year! Okay, I was gonna do, like, goal setting after that, but we only have 15 minutes, and I get really annoying about goal setting, and also I didn't plan any of that out, because I forgot. So, that will probably be done. I'm gonna be really honest. I cannot be asked to rate out. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I did a really good job the other day, though. So that counts for today, too, surely. But anyway. Thank you, everybody, for watching the stream of the year. Sorry I don't have the trophy done. I'm suicidal about it, but next year, since this year's gonna be my year, the trophy will be done. You are very welcome to Stream of the Year. I'm glad I finally had that off my plate. Oh my god. A huge weight lifted off my shoulders. But thank you all for being here and going through all my stuff. I love talking. It's my favorite. So I will see everybody tomorrow with the schedule. Monday will be a little late because I'll be back in school. Because I had Martin Luther King Day off. So I didn't stream. So I streamed that day like normal. But unfortunately I can't do that because class ends at 6, and then I get here at like 6:30, so I only have like 20 minutes to sit around, and I don't have enough time for dinner, so I'm just gonna push it off until 8. We'll still end at 10 because I have work. I have to get up on time and stuff, so 8 to 10, so it'll only be a 2-hour, but it's an art stream, so really who gives a fuck? And it's Monday, so no big deal. But all that will be on the schedule too. So I will see everybody then. Guys, be out there. I love you.